Alright. I think I was retyping these out. Is where I was at. Oh, that's helpful. Okay, did not look into that. Did not look into those. uh, let's figure out what we're doing. Oh, I was gonna put a number of weeks, that's right. Okay. So, let's see. This is a new one. Move around with a... No, make it actually good. Okay. Reword. Okay. Okay. I can work with that. I can work with that. Let's see. Walking around and visiting... Oh, God. The words. I do not know these words. Cactrium. Okay. Walking around visiting Cactrium showed Ty so many new color combinations and how colorful and free everyone seems to be here. As well as... Let's go with that. Hold on. Let's move myself so you can read my comments to myself. They are not the kindest. It's fine. We're good. Kids running around and playing. Adults drawing on the street, and everyone seeming to be partying. Appearing to party. Appearing to party without any actual party. Okay. We're rewording stuff, guys. Alright. Every building labeled by the colors on it and the archways that are used in order to reach the doors. Looking for the library, he noticed it. Comma. Right now, I'm not necessarily doing the most grammatical shit, but I want to... Red. Looking for the library, he noticed the building with yellow and red. He learned not long ago. What? That means it's a hotel or another place where one can stay when visiting. Okay. I can figure that out. After finding loads of buildings, he goes into one that another person said was the library. So I didn't figure out which color combination is the library. At least based on that. She had said... Oh, I did. She had said to find a white building with loads of blues and greens on it. Okay. Opening the library doors, Ty notices oh, it Ty notices how everyone is super respectful of the noise. While all the colors are high-pitched screams that never end, their audible noise was non-existent aside from a few whispers. A few, not see few, just a few. Ty decides to wait the line out. Okay, so I'm gonna copy. Gonna paste here. Delete that. That. Walking through the library with seemingly no destination, Ty doesn't wind up finding anything about the kingdom aside from a child's book that he already owns. He does, however, notice a group of small kids that look to be about 8 years old, listening aptly to an adult reading a book about brushing their teeth. Yeah, that checks out. Nodding to himself, he decides to go up to the librarian and ask for help. Boop. Boop. Okay. So, we just read that. That's fine. Slowly walking up to the librarian, waiting his turn in line, he gets there. The red-haired woman behind the library counter has gorgeous blue eyes. Good morning, sir. Do you need help finding anything? She asks politely, never looking up from her computer. Yes, please. Where do you keep the information about the kingdom of Limra? Limra? Limra. By chance. Ty murmurs, holding his paper from when he was a young boy. So he has a note from when he was younger. Wonder if that's from someone else. Oh, those are kept in the upstairs of the library. If you go up these stairs and to the right, they're right there, she replies, gesturing to the staircase. Gesturing to the stairs. Gesturing to the left. We have a whole section just dedicated to the kingdom of Limra, as well as all the legends surrounding it. Honestly, I might just delete it. Because honestly, I don't... Oh, thank you so much, Ty whispers back and nods with a grin of his own. So that explains that she's being quiet and that she has some sort of smile. Okay. Heading up the stairs, Ty follows her direction, heading straight to the right, where he notices a whole bookshelf dedicated to all the different books relating to the kingdom. Scanning the books one by one, he sees a lot of titles he recognizes and knows by heart. He recognizes as well as knows by heart or owns it. I might redo that at some point or another, but this is better. As well as knows knowing it by heart or owning it. Until the last book he checks out at the end of the bookshelf way on the left. Okay. Wow, I really fucked with this one, didn't I? Um, okay. So I could make that in The Sims pretty easy. What if I write everything that's okay? As well as which books are contradicted. Um, better wording. That's good to know. Seems to show. Oh, okay. So this isn't even a thing. Yeah, I need to. Okay. Um, chapter 2 fully written. So I'm gonna copy all of this, paste, rename, one, redone. Okay. I do. I did go through this and I liked it. So that's at least good. That's something. Um. All right. Noticing the new book, he looks at the cover. The Truth of the Red Princess and the Shadow Prince. Okay. I've never heard of this one, and I thought I read all of the books relating to the kingdom. By Lilac. Who's Lilac? By Lilac. Hmm. It's by someone named Lilac. That name doesn't seem familiar. Dot. It's okay. Ty murmurs while looking through the book gently and seeing what he could find. Looking through the ancient book and seeing what he could find. Ah! Says she's a wizard. And that she wrote this around 250 years ago. Okay, how come this is never sold anywhere and nobody has seen it before, it seems? Has seen it before. This is super weird, but alright. Okay. This whole bottom paragraph I'm just gonna have to redo. This is super weird, but alright. Ty decides to read this book through a couple times in order to fully understand it and memorize it. He notices a lot of differences that are contradictory to what other books he's read about it. So he decides to take out lot of notes. Especially noting down the differences and where it's contradictory and to what it's contradicting. Okay. I can work with this. Noting down the actual names of the royal family as well as what happened to them. According to at least 3 other books they passed. They passed due to a plague. However, according to this, they passed due to a true royal family only curse. What makes this different from any other plague or curse? Why is it guaranteed to be that? Why are they true royals instead of just royals? What's the difference? Why is it? Why is it a curse here but a plague everywhere else? Excuse me. According to others, there was a plague going on everywhere at the time, but yet this never mentions a plague. Okay. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This is just one of the... I'm hoping to have chapter 1 fully done by the end of the year, guys. But I'm hoping to get the rest of the chapters. Okay, so I have 9 fully done. Preferably sooner rather than later. If I can actually publish it as April, I will. But I don't know. Not noticing the time go by, he finishes redrawing the map exactly as it was in the book into his notebook. When the librarian from earlier comes up to him and murmurs that it's closing time and he needs to go. Of course, miss, I'm sorry. I'll be heading out now. Ty replies just as quietly as she had. Nodding to each other, Ty quickly packs up his things as the librarian picks up the book and he leaves, not noticing her confused reaction. That's when it happens. The book suddenly vanishes from her hands. She vows to never speak of it again. As that's going on, Ty manages to walk back through the streets, noticing... Okay. It had been bustling earlier. However, it's now only a few groups of 3 or 4 or 5 adults or teens on Jun. However, it's now only. Okay, we got this, guys. We got this. Occasion. maybe three or four groups between the library and the hotel where he's staying. What do I want to do? Okay. Ooh, although you sighed after a certain hour seems rather odd, especially since he had read online that um especially since he had read online that there were always bustling streets at all hours. So why are so many people inside already? That's a dilemma for tomorrow. Ty to figure out. Copy. Paste. Okay. Doop. 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 Okay. We got this. So, 1 through 3 is just over 2 pages. So, but 4 is going to have a lot of alters. Oh, yeah. This is not going to have many alters, but enough. Opening. Honestly, his oddly square door, I think, fits the best. A deep sage green on the walls, blue aside from the accent, oceanic blue. He notices blue, comma. He notices he has a deep red king bed. So, very large bed, deep red. Light wood desk with matching wood and red floor chair. That matches the bed as well as other furniture. Okay. And the amenities. Amenities including an ensuite that's surprisingly tame color-wise, a kitchenette with a fridge, sink, and a built-in microwave. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Google. Japanese built in. Is it a toaster oven? No. Built in. Honestly, that might work. That might work. Built in. You know what? I want toaster oven. Toaster oven. That's what I want right now. Walking in, he shuts the door as gently as he can to avoid waking others nearby. While going to his bed, he kicks off his shoes and takes his bag off before flopping onto the bed. This is insane. Everything I've learned so far is being contradicted in that library book. Wait. What if I write everything? I like that extra sentence of just wait. Ads will be playing shortly. Sadly, I cannot stop ads from playing. It will be a minute and a half every about half hour or so. There might be one extra minute somewhere, so I don't have to run it right before ending. But it's insane. Wait, what if I write everything that's being contradicted, how it's being contradicted, as well as which books are contradicted? And what story seems to show? Ty mutters while slowly peeling himself off the bed and opening the highly detailed curtains to see a beautiful night sky filled with outlines of buildings and a park. Okay. Well, at least the view's good. I don't need a comma there. He murmurs while going to the desk and dragging his bag next to him. Pulling out his usual note-taking items of his travel-sized brown notebook, an attached pen, and a green highlighter, he gets to work. No comma there. So according to this, Ty's thoughts trail off, and he finished writing down all of it. Glancing up, he looks at his phone for the time and realizes it's 11 p.m. Not again. Ty sighs, getting up and stretching before warming up his leftovers before eating them and getting ready for bed. Because you just assume he's going to bed. The next morning, Ty awakens to the sun shining on his face. So, for this, I would love 10 pages, but I do not expect 10 pages. I will be happy with like 6. And we're halfway there. The next morning, Ty awakens to the sun shining on his face, and he picks up his phone off the nightstand, checking the time. 7:21. That's not horrible. Sighing, he gets up and debates what to do first. Alright, need to shower, eat, brush, and try to find the book again. What to do first? I don't need to emphasize that, do I? No, I don't. Paste. And then with this, copy, paste. Okay, so we're at after finishing, he takes a long 20-minute shower and changes. Shower. Afterward, changes before he brushes and gets ready for the day. Okay. So, I didn't read this part yet. Not recently. But that's 4. This is not going to be 2 pages. So, I need to figure out how to turn this into 2 extra pages. But it's also size 12. So, I'm not shocked. At all. Ty decides his first stop of the day should be the library again. Walking back the vaguely familiar path there, he nods to the librarian, who is as pale as a ghost, which confuses him until she motions him forward. Okay. Is something wrong, miss? Miss, Ty asks in a whisper. That book you had, it just vanished. I was just holding it, and it was gone. Where did you find it? The librarian replies shakily. Okay, good. I do like how that came out with the stutter. That checks out. What do you mean? I found it on the shelf with the other books. It was at the end of the left side on the second shelf down from the top. You mean it was in your hand and just poofed? I've never heard of that happening. Ty answers the shaking librarian with his own unsure response. She glances up at him and he smiles, trying to calm her. The two wordlessly decided on going to the spot the book had originally been found. It was here yesterday. I swear, I don't know why it would vanish or why it appeared for me. Have you ever seen it before? Ty asks her calmly. Okay, Cole. So he's still calm but not panicking yet, and she's all shaky. It's never been here before. I've never seen it in all my years here. I have been I've been coming here since I was a small child. I never saw it, no matter all of my searching. And I've been through here. I've been through here and the entire building since I could walk. Even with all the books and everything. Nobody who I've spoken to has ever seen it before either. Woman says, slowly calming down and regaining color. Okay, that checks out. Okay, let's sit down and discuss. What was in the book then, shall we? Ty asks her, but she shakes her head no. I don't want and I need to know anything that was in that book. It randomly appeared and magically vanished. It's gone and I will never be seeing it again. I'd rather forget that book appeared in the first place, to be honest. Of course, that's not a problem, Ty replies just as quietly before they head off in their own directions. Okay. Since the book is gone, there's no reason to hang out. I may as well head back to the hotel and figure some of this out. Okay. 4. 3. Enough water. Once back in the hotel room, Ty sits back down at the desk and adds some notes. So it appeared yesterday at some point, and after I left, the librarian picked it up, and it magically vanished. Why did it appear for me? Why did it vanish? Unless this is exactly what I need in order to find the lost town. Unless... this. I don't know if that's grammatically correct, but I kind of like it like that because that has more of a pause. So, like, I guess. Pulling out the map, Ty notices some differences in it compared to other maps. This map says that the forest is in between the towns and up against the ocean side. It shows that there's an entire town once you get through it. This is where I'll start. After eating at a restaurant that's highly rated among the locals, Ty starts preparing to head out. Okay. After Google. That's between plains and a desert. Yeah, no. Let's look at this. Similar meeting. Okay. Sand flats. Badlands. Barrenlands. Wasteland. Ooh. Abandoned dunes. I like that. Abandoned dunes. Ty reached a forest area with very few people around it. Okay. Looking around, he notices everyone avoiding the forest and just camping in front of it. So, Ty decides to eat a snack when he hears a cry. Nobody else seems disturbed, but he keeps hearing it. The cry never seems to end. What's worse is it seems to be a child's cry. Looking around, he doesn't see any kids, and he seems to be the youngest one there. Debating for a second, he decides he's going to help the child whenever he finds him. So he heads towards the crying into the forest of the forgotten. Okay. Some seem to see him heading in and look puzzled. After all, they think it's just the ocean on the other side. Even then, that area has quite a few large rocks kind of blocking it off. Which would make sense if it's an abandoned... Okay. Ignoring the looks he can tell he's getting, even though he's not physically turning away from the trees. Then he walks in. Then... as he's walking, he notices how the trees get thicker and dense. Rather fast. That's when it all stops. There's no more crying. Then he feels it. A very chilly breeze appeared, almost as if he was no longer alone. Okay. I want to add to this and make that a bit longer. That's what I want to do. I mean, one does think it's just a forest. Then ocean. But still, why not go somewhere else? So, after some if I could type people watching, Ty decide. Okay. There we go. I might add more. Because honestly, I do like it. But also, like, this would probably be a size 13 or 14. Oh, and it'd be a half page. Which, that would turn into... It's when he feels it. Breeze. An ocean breeze. The middle of the forest. I'm not superstitious. Yay, thanks Google Docs, because I didn't know how to fucking spell that. Yippee! But I don't think I'm alone anymore. Hey, whoever was crying, I hope you're okay. But if you are not, so you're, I gotta do that in order to figure out which your it is. It's really weird. But that's what I have to do for myself. Not give me a sign so I can try and help you. Please. That's it. Ty. I don't want to say announces or states. Hi to the seemingly open air. What is chapter 2 supposed to be? Okay, so I'm just blatantly ignoring this at this point. Because this I just skipped all of. This I got most of, but I skipped a little bit. This I'm skipping too, slightly. So that's another reason he knows something's off here. There's some things. Something is off here. There is. There's a few animals, and they're all birds or flying insects. Okay. Never before has Ty seen a forest with so little animals. That's when he gets it. Fly. dirt spell out. Okay. I can work with this. Ty takes a deep breath. Asks, how can I help you if I can't see you and I don't know who you are? We are the we are the book. Period. No. Let me type. Period. Find us all. Okay. This is fucking ominous, and I'm vibing with it, guys. I am absolutely loving this. Okay, so some of these are single, some of these are double. What happens if I can't? Ty asks towards the stones. Seeing them turn, his blood turns cold. You die and join us. Hello, Andre Corbin. Guess I'm not the only one who uses Google Docs for writing. Thought I was weird for it. First off, hello, welcome in. And, no, you are not the only one. It's easy to use Google Docs because almost everyone already has a Google account. If not everyone. Well, I'm sure there's some people who don't. But majority of people do. And you can open multiple things at a time. And quite frankly, it's digitally the only way I'm willing to write stuff right now. Being able to dark mode it, yeah. I had it on dark mode and then I had to switch the account. But, well, in a sense. Yeah. But I've definitely been. It's also easier because everything else I've seen has it. I use it to avoid paying for Word or something else. That is fair, and I absolutely do not blame you for that, Raymond. I use it because the other stuff is like Notebook AI or World Anvil. But if everything's in a separate place, I don't write. I just have all the pieces, but I don't write. I don't work on it. I don't do anything for it. But I'm also not paying to be able to write it when I can just use Google Docs. That's my take. And like, the other option is handwrite it all, but if I handwrite it, I can't stream it. So, kind of a dilemma there. But yeah, so we're on this. This is chapter 1. Okay. How do I start then? Ty asks. Seeing the rocks turn into an arrow, he decides to follow it. After all, if he fails, he's apparently going to die. May as well try. Worst that happens is death, after all. Okay. I like this. I do like how this is turning out. So, I went from 2 pages of this to 5.5. But okay. Um, let's change the color of this. Purple is not done. So purple is something I need to go back and give myself to do. That's kind of indicated. What if... I mean, I could add a few statements of something else in here, out and about that. Playing his sister would have loved to hear. So, I do the same. I write the argument. It's parts that I simply write. Right? That's the easiest. I know. I find it easier to just take big giant thing and slowly make it more detailed rather than take a bunch of details and then make it bigger. Because I've done both. And if I take from small details and make it bigger, it is not that good. But if I take bigger thing and add a whole bunch of notes on it, I'm very good. Or I'm much better, I should say. Yeah, that is what I should say. So it's just easier for me, I guess, to do it this way. If that makes sense. Okay. I must open the friend stream. I have so many friend streams open. I know you guys can't see it, but I have like 2 streams open plus my own. So, yippee! His sister would have loved to hear. Okay. total sense. Because, like, with this, I can have general ideas. Like, here's a very vague outline of this whole thing. And it's mostly just a legend for that. Ads will be playing in approximately a minute. Sadly, I cannot stop them. I do not have any snoozes left. I'm sorry. Like, this is just a legend, and then this is more detail. But I also think that if I just add pieces and bits in here, it'll be nice. Like, this whole chapter 2 outline I just completely skipped. But if I started off smaller, I don't think I would have been able to do it. And honestly, I'm loving where I am able to keep it. At least right now. So this is what's going to have to happen after chapter 1, which is fine because it's going to be that. But that should be doable. So, nope, that's not the one. God blow my nose. Hold on. Okay, we're better. Better now. His sister would have loved it here. Walking through the library with seemingly no destination, Ty doesn't wind up from a child's book that he already owns. It's in his childhood bedroom. Since I saw Flaubert's notes for writing over to portrait, my way of writing feels so much more self-assured. Ooh. Nice. Every time I read something about how to improve your writing, I'm like, oh, okay. And then I just don't write for a while. But if I'm, like, watching YouTube shorts or something, it's A-okay. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Bedroom. Right where he hid it from his mom after his dad passed. Which indicates... That indicates actually quite a bit. Just that one sentence. I love it. Okay. Opening the library. Okay, that does not fit with another. Sir. Nice. Looking nothing like anyone he's ever seen before. Okay, so that's another sentence. I'm just trying to slowly add sentences so I can, like, finish that 6th page. But I highly doubt I'll be able to. But I at least want to get halfway. So, like, another line or two. Okay. We're on this page. Looking... Okay. Oh. Those are kept in the upstairs of the library. If you go up these stairs to the right, they're right there. She replies, gesturing to the left. Okay. We have a whole section just dedicated to the kingdom of Limrot, as well as all of the legends surrounding it. Oh. Thank you so much. Okay. be capable following directions that his mother seems to think he's incapable of. Okay. Scan it, yeah. Okay. Um, he's a little surprised. His dad had been obsessed with the legend from before his birth. How is it that his dad didn't know about this book? Or did he? And Mom just made him hide it. Okay. I'm getting the lines I want. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. Honestly? Ah. Okay. I I think I want that as a second paragraph, honestly. Oddly enough, I I think that's what I wanted. As weird as it's gonna sound, I think I like it like this. It's a full, like, almost full 6 pages, but I I like it. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I'm okay. So I think I'm going to call it after this because I'm going to bed in like 20 minutes and I have work tomorrow. But I think I will also be writing Sunday morning question mark. Super very much a question mark. May not. Maybe next weekend. But I'm going to try and do thank you. I I try to pay attention to it because otherwise I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? But like if I have my general idea, I'm going to try and keep it as that because usually that's a hey, here's a bunch of stuff to add. But I very much like it. But we are going to raid to one of my friends. So I'm going to do raid commands. That is for any followers. This is for any subs. And if you'd like to join my Discord server, you can feel free at this link. And there's a very good chance I will randomly be just in the voice chat writing. Or honestly, if you have any suggestions for it, feel free. But I will see you all next time. Have a good night.